They have the power to shape our world. Exceptional students who are driving the future of Israel and making a difference for all global citizens. Join us for an inspiring series and learn about a unique and innovative scholarship that has set them on the path for success. This is Schulich Scholars.
Shalom.
Hi.
I'm very pleased that you're here.
I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, thank you. Before we'll start our conversation, can you please just formally introduce yourself, who you are, a bit about your background, what's your connection with Schulich, and maybe what did you study in
Of course.
Hebrew, etc.
So my name is Meshi. I used to study, my first degree was in computer science and cognition in the Hebrew University. So I was a Schulich leader of 2018. And right now I'm studying towards my PhD degree in Tel Aviv University. I study neuroscience.
Wow.
I come from, originally from Haifa, but I grew up in Ramat HaSharon. And I come from a single parent family. My mother raised me and my little brother. I've been into science and specifically like psychology and neuroscience since I guess high school. I was in a gifted program and we studied about this experiment done in the 1960s. It was a milligrams experience.
A milk what?
Milligram experience.
A milligram.
Milligram. It's a name. So
milligram. Okay.
in this experiment, they had a person coming into a room, and he thought there was another person in this other room, and this other person was answering questions. And our guy, the guy who volunteered for the experiment, had to shock him with electricity whenever he answered wrongly. And they shocked him with higher and higher voltage, and of course nothing really happened to the guy. He was an actor, and they shocked him until he was he was out. And it was really fascinating to me, why would you do that? Just because someone say shock this guy when he answers wrong, why would you do that? It was very unnatural to me. And this is when I became fascinated with the mind, the human mind and the brain and how it works. So yeah, that was the beginning.
You immediately started taking courses or?
So no, I actually didn't really touch this subject until after I joined the army and I did my 3 years of service. And then
what did you do in the army?
I was in the IDF national radio station, Galei Tzahal.
Wow.
I was a news editor. Yeah, it was really fascinating. I got to learn about the Israeli society, all the different cultures and people. And I also got to tell people about it,
wow.
Which was really the highlight of my military service.
And did anything during your military service happen that changed the course of your life or your decisions later, maybe regarding this also?
So it wasn't exactly during military, but just before my military service started, I started to teach. I started to teach, I think, around high school, and I first taught elementary school children and junior high, and later during my service, I also tutored a young journalist after finishing the journalism course of Galei Tzahal. And it made me realize that I want to, whatever I do in life, I want to involve teaching with it. So in that fashion, the military service inspired me to teach and to do education like I do today. And also it made me more aware of the Israeli society and its needs, and especially when it comes to sharing knowledge and making science and research more accessible.
Wow. And And how did you get to Schulich? I mean, how did the scholarship found you, or you found it?
So after the military, I continued working in the media. I was an editor in a radio station, and I was thinking like, what should I do? I knew I was going to university. This was not a question for my family, and I wasn't sure what I was going to study. And then one day, we interviewed in a show I edited a neuroscientist. She was working on Alzheimer, and she got this award. And the conversation, the interview was so fascinating. I had to call her after the interview and ask her, like, okay, how do I do what you do? And she told me there are several programs for neuroscience, and you should apply. So I did, I applied, and I got accepted to the Hebrew University. And then I realized, okay, now I need to move out. And well, as I said, I come from a single parent family, and my mother couldn't afford supporting me and paying my tuition and my rent and so on. So I had two options. The first option was applying for some scholarship and getting funded, and the second most probable option was supporting myself and working.
Is it possible?
Well,
doing both.
So not in the way that I did. So I did a double major in both computer science and cognitive science. And well, I also combined it with volunteering in the university and research during my first degree. So it was extremely busy, and I don't think I would have been able to work and do all these things. So this is really where the Schulich scholarships came and affected my life. I couldn't do all of the things together if I had to work. So being funded and being given the scholarship made it possible for me to reach out and do all of the things while not being worried about how to pay rent and how to pay my bills and so on.
Yeah, it's like Schulich became the funding parents.
Exactly.
So you would be able to focus on your
Exactly.
dream.
I felt like I am seen, like somebody is making sure I can do my thing and be successful in school, and also do all the other stuff I did during my first degree. And I was seen, and I was like, somebody watched over me and made sure I was doing fine.
Wow. It's first of all, I think I always think people are very lucky when they get this kind of help, scholarship, tuition, whatever. But it's not just luck. It's also based on your character and on your achievements. And as I understood, you were very special in these areas.
So I got the scholarship based on, I think, all three categories. Both I needed the financial support, obviously.
I was poor enough.
Yeah, basically. But also I had really, really excellent achievements in the Bagruyot and the psychometric test.
Can I ask how much?
Yes. I'm a bit embarrassed, but 700, רגע, אני עכשיו זוכרת, אנחנו אומרים 793.
793?
Yes.
Wow! That's the highest I've never met someone who got so high.
That was sheer luck.
Wow.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm not so good with numbers.
Yes, it's okay.
But I'm lucky. and I studied hard. I also like being volunteering and being in all these leadership programs when I was in high school and doing the military. So I guess I just fit in the profile the Schulich scholarships asked for. And yeah, I was lucky enough to.
Did it affect your life and in a social matter, or maybe inspired you or gave you inspiration?
Through my entire degree, I always looked for places where I could reach out and like pay back.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a mentor for first-year students
Mm-hmm.
during my second and third years. And I also volunteered to make like makeup sessions for catching up with all the mathematics in the computer science program for students who like missed a few classes or felt like they were behind.
Mm-hmm.
And also I started working and teaching in Noar Shocher Mada, in the youth division of the Hebrew University.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I started teaching neuroscience for kids from all over the country. And I've been doing this until today. Like today I came here after teaching neuroscience for
children.
Yeah.
And did they show interest?
I hope so, yeah.
Did they?
It seems like they did.
Sometimes do you need to use some popular methods in order to maybe connect them to this huge matter?
So my niche, what I teach like recently, is computational neuroscience. And with
computational neuroscience,
yes.
Okay.
And with all the recent growing of AI and generative AI, it's like, it stands for itself. I don't need to sell it too much because they can see all the amazing things they can do. And when we look under the hood and see how it works and the simple like equations that translate to all these amazing things, and I hope they really enjoy it and benefit from it.
Wow. So can you tell us a little about your research?
Yeah,
what does it focus on?
So my PhD research is about body image and the neural mechanisms of body image. Body image is like a growing issue with, I don't know, tens of percents, I think like 50% or more, young girls worried or stressed about their own body image and what concerned about body image.
The body image, okay.
And what I am trying to figure out is how more general processes like social cognition or listening to your to the inner signals from your own body shape your body image and how we can manipulate it and make it more positive using VR and using all these immersive technologies and how it affects the brain, basically.
Wow, it's like you're rebuilding the self-esteem.
The bodily self, yeah.
You're rebuilding self-esteem for young girls around the world.
Hopefully, yes.
Wow. Can you explain to the simple person, to me,
okay,
right, that I don't fully understand
in
these matters, how would you be able to change body image in young girls?
So I'm looking at two specific processes. So I will demonstrate you one of them. If you can close your eyes and try and count your heartbeats without like touching your wrist or anything. Can you do that? Can you like focus on your heartbeat and feel it and count it, or not so much?
I can.
You can. So while many people can, and it comes very natural to them, some people, especially people with body image issues.
Should I open my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all the demonstration.
I could.
So some people, especially people with body image issues, cannot relate to their bodies and their like bodily signals, their heartbeat, their respiration, their digestion, and on the other like side of this spectrum, the other end of this spectrum, comes the social attention. Some people are very, very like attentive to social cues, while others not so much. And we are trying to find the right balance between these processes and see how this balance affects your body image, how you view yourself, how you see and feel in your own body. And the hope is that using virtual reality and immersive technologies, we can affect these processes, and then we can target your body image and improve it, which is by itself very difficult, very hard. People like psychologists and psychiatrists, are having a very hard time treating body image issues. And we are trying to look at the more general processes and tackle them to improve body image.
Wow. It sounds like something that will be able in the future to solve and cure other issues.
Hopefully. So body image is a very, like, it appears in almost every mental problem or mental issue you encounter, from depression, anxiety, of course, eating disorders, and it's extremely common and very, very concerning. So we hope that understanding these general processes and how they work together to shape and form your body image and your body image experience will have impact on various fields and various disorders.
Wow, that was very interesting.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about projects that you did in high school that maybe led to what you're doing today?
So during high school, I participated in a program called Near School of the Heart, in which they gather people, kids actually, from all over our region, from Israel, from the Palestinian regions, from Jordan as well. And we all come together and study cardiology, like heart medicine. And through this process of studying together, we were able to get closer together and to understand our differences and our similarities, and also were able to be more involved in our own communities.
Wow.
I started in my home city a project called Tnufa. It's like a leap forward, I guess, in which high schoolers like myself were tutoring younger kids who are of more difficult backgrounds, and we were tutoring them both socially. We were organizing social activities and also helping them with their school stuff, homework and exams and stuff like that.
Wow. Sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was one of the experiences that led me to understand I want to do research and I want to be a scientist.
Yeah, but you're also a people's person.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah. No, you get that sense immediately. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Well, in 10 years, I hope to be after my postdoctorate training back in Israel. And I hope to get an academic role in one of the universities and to combine my two greatest passions. I want to combine research with education and teaching.
Wow. And in your personal life, if I may?
I hope to start a family with my partner, to have I don't know, a few children. Yeah, right now we only have I have my partner and we have our cat. So we hope to make it a bigger family.
Well, I bet you'll be a great mom.
Thank you.
So what do you have to say to people abroad that watching us and maybe thinking, yeah, I want to empower brain power in Israel?
So what I basically want to say is that you really make an impact on people's life. You can take a person who's not so sure what he's going to do when he grows up and help him find his or her direction and inspire these people, these kids, to give back and reach out to society and become their best self and help others become their best self by proxy, I guess.
Well, if it wasn't for this kind of scholarship, we wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
And so we're lucky to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a great pleasure knowing you.
Thank you, Mom.